Alright, everybody. Hope you're excited for the fights like I am this week. UFC 142 and UFC RIO. Just going to do the main card prediction. Like I did last time, I'll just do the main card for this one as well. Edson Barboza versus Terry Edom. It's kind of a tough one. Everybody's saying this is going to be fight of the night. The last three, Edson Barboza has defeated some very talented strikers and even knocked one out in his most recent three. Terry Edom, on the other hand, in his last three, he's been in a submission war in the last three fights. He got submitted once and submitted two. I'm going to go with Edson Barboza because it's his home crowd, and Brazilians and their home crowd are just tough to beat. Eric Silva and Carlo Prater. Prater's making his debut of over 40 fights in MMA. The last three for Silva: Luis Ramos, KO. Francisco Año, submission. Gil de Fredes, submission, victory. Okay, this guy is a Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and Judo black belt. On the other hand, Carlo Prater is a grappling specialist with a Judo brown belt. I'm going to give my edge to Eric Silva on this one just because he's more well-rounded with the Muay Thai, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Judo black belt. Rosamir Palhares versus Mike Masenzio. Okay, Palhares' last three fights as Dan Miller with a win by unanimous decision, Dave Branch a win by submission, but a loss to Nate Marquardt with a TKO. There was some controversy in that fight with Nate Marquardt, but a loss is a loss. He still lost. Mike's last three fights were Steve Cantwell. He had a unanimous decision over him. Krzysztof Sosinski was a unanimous loss. And Nate Kitreg, which he defeated by TKO. I'm going to go with Palhares. Again, telling you, it's hard to beat somebody at their home field. So I'm going to pick Palhares again. Vitor Belfort and Anthony Rumble Johnson. Okay. Rumble Johnson weighed in at 197, 11 pounds over the 185 limit. Well, 186 because it's a non-title. Johnson moved up in class to avoid this. He weighs in 11 pounds over. So here are the stipulations for the fight to go down tomorrow at around 2 o'clock in Brazil in Rio de Janeiro time. He must weigh no more than 205. If he weighs a pound over 205, the fight is scrapped. And in my opinion, I think Rumble Johnson should get cut because this is a repeat offender of not making weight. It's in your contract to make weight. And I want to say this is your fourth weight cut that you've missed, and you move up to 185 to not miss weight. It shows a lack of professionalism. Vitor Belfort weighed in at 186, right on the money. Okay, let's get past that. So this fight, if the fight goes on, let's do my prediction if the fight goes on. Okay, Vitor Belfort, his last three fights, Yoshihiro Akiyama knocked him out cold. Anderson Silva, he got knocked out cold. Rich Franklin, he knocked him silly. So, I mean, he's facing top elite fighters, and he's knocking people out or he's getting knocked out. He lives by the sword, dies by the sword. With the kick that he suffered from Anderson Silva, that could have been anybody who would have suffered that kick. So I'm going to say, I can scratch that fight from it, and he's still knocking people out. Anthony Rumble Johnson, against Charlie Brenneman, he head kicked the crap out of him. That was at 170. He actually made weight for that one. Against Dan Hardy, he won unanimously. And against Josh Koscheck, in a very controversial, he lost that fight. Granted, he lost that fight. He showed a lot of experience and showing that he won't back down. Vitor Belfort is more of a boxer, which is kind of a disadvantage in my opinion. Kickboxing or Muay Thai is more, you have to worry about more. With boxing, you're just worried about the hands. But I will say, with Vitor, he does know how to throw kicks. So he's a different type of boxer. But he does like to bang. Vitor Belfort's also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner. He's a black belt and also a Judo black belt. On the other hand, Anthony Rumble Johnson, he's a kickboxer, heavy-handed. And again, he's a wrestler as well. So he's an All-American wrestler. But I'm still going to give my edge to Vitor Belfort because when he sees somebody hurt, he swarms. When he knocked Yoshihiro Akiyama, when he knocked him back, he swarmed on him. When he put Rich Franklin to the mat, he swarmed on him as well. So, I'm still going to give my prediction to Vitor Belfort. Granted that Anthony Rumble Johnson's overweight by 11 pounds. As long as he just stays under the 205 mark, this will be a fight that's going to go on. And this is a fight that Anthony Johnson probably is going to need to win to stay into the UFC. Because if he loses, he's up for cut from the company. So I can see him, if he loses, he's going to get cut. To the main event, Jose Aldo and Chad Mendes. Jose Aldo's last 3 fights was Kenny Florian, Mark Hominick, and Manny Gambierian. 2 unanimous decisions in his last 2 fights. He kind of looked sluggish in his fight against Mark Hominick, but he still stuck out the win. He really just laid on his back in that 5th round, which shows a lot about somebody being on his back, who is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter and black belt at that fashion. He knocked out Manny Gambierian. And with Kenny Florian tried to do his thing where he would shove you up against the fence and really didn't do anything, and Aldo was able to squeeze out the victory on that one. Okay, Chad Mendes. Rani Yahya, Michihiro Omigawa, and Javier Vasquez. All 3 unanimous decision wins. He really stuck to his ground and pound. But he also is heavy-handed, so you got to watch out for his heavy hands. Breakdown between fight style. Jose Aldo is a Muay Thai practitioner, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and he's got lethal leg kicks. He's got leg kicks that are going to hurt. They're going to sting throughout the whole fight. He sent people limping off leg kicks. And also, he's got some nasty flying knees. Chad Mendes. He's a wrestler. All-American wrestler. He went to Cal Poly and would just destroyed people in wrestling. One thing I will say in Chad Mendes' favor is he's gonna look for those leg kicks to come at him, and he's gonna be sticking that leg out and begging for those leg kicks. He wants Aldo to kick his leg so he can grab a hold of that leg, take him down, ground and pound him. Okay, the breakdown and win-loss. Okay. Aldo is 20-1. He's got 21 fights. He's got 20 victories. He's got 12 KOs, 2 submissions, and 6 decisions. The breakdown for Chad Mendes: 2 knockouts, 2 submissions, 7 decisions. No losses. He's running high on confidence. Let's go to the tail of the tape. Aldo, 25, 5'7", 145 with a 70-inch reach. Chad Mendes, 26, 5'6", 145 with a 66-inch reach advantage. So with this said, I'm really gonna pick Jose Aldo. He's in his hometown of Rio de Janeiro. I just don't see anybody beating Aldo right now. But I will say, if Chad Mendes can put Aldo on his back, stifle his jiu-jitsu and judo, and Aldo's in a world of hurt. But I don't see it going to the ground because Aldo has a great sprawl. But I will say he's never faced a superior wrestler like Mendes. Mendes said, or he's training partners with Uriah Faber, and Faber put up Mendes on his back, and he was like, man, I think that's the first time I ever put you on your back. And Mendes is like, nah, second time. He does not like people winning. So Mendes is going to take it to him. He's going to pressure him, and it's going to be an explosion. I'm going to say, if this is not the fight of the night, if Terry Edom and Edison Barboza is not the fight of the night, this one will be the fight of the night. This is going to be fireworks. This could be knockout of the night. This could be submission of the night. It's going to be fun to watch, and I cannot wait to see this. All right, so if you have any questions about what happened with the weigh-in with Anthony Rumble Johnson, I looked up SureDogs. It may clear the weather or clear the clouds for you, so you know what's going on with that. If I didn't explain it well enough for you guys, if you have any comments, concerns, post them on my video. Like the video. Please tell me what you think. I hope I'm doing a good enough job. I'm trying to be unbiased as possible. Like I said in my last video for the NFL weekend. Now, we're going to the fights. I'm going to be torn between watching the football games and the fights, but I think I'm going to watch the football game until about the first football game, which is the Niners and Saints, and then I'm going to switch over to the fights. So, hope you like my videos, everybody. Thank you very much. Enjoy the fights. Enjoy the football weekend. And hopefully we get some fireworks. And hopefully I'm right more than 50% like I was last time. All right, thank you, everybody. Enjoy the fights. Enjoy the football games this weekend. And have a safe one.